Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Jalen Christopher, and for the family presentation project I chose to do how to help children with ADHD concentrate. I chose this topic because my nephew actually struggles with ADHD, and I've also worked with children with ADHD at a daycare that I work at, and I think this is a very important topic that needs to be discussed, and not a lot of people really know about ADHD and the struggles that these children go through each and every day. The first thing I think of is, what is ADHD? ADHD is an abbreviation and stands for Attention Deficient Hyperactivity Disorder. This means that it is a mental health disorder including a combination of persistent problems such as difficulty paying attention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. ADHD is one of the most common behavioral disorders. Anatomy systems affected by ADHD are the brain, nervous system, and psychic emotional system. Some signs and symptoms of ADHD: acting without thinking, being unable to concentrate on tasks, being unable to sit still, excessive talking, interrupting conversations, and constantly fidgeting. My nephew was diagnosed with ADHD at the age 4. We actually noticed a lot of these signs and symptoms around the age of 2. He had just learned how to talk, and we honestly thought that he was just trying to tell us and show us his new words that he's learned. And then over time, once he turned 3, we noticed that he was talking very excessively, and he also couldn't ever sit still. And I know people say kids will be kids and they're very energetic, but there comes to the point where it is excessive, and that's when we noticed that he was never able to sit still. So we went and had him tested and found out that he did have ADHD. Some common struggles for children. Children with ADHD struggle with management skills, hyperactivity, and staying focused. Examples of management skills children struggle with: staying organized, starting or changing a task, and memory. Techniques to help children cope with ADHD. Medication is usually what people first think of when treating ADHD. Yes, medication is helpful, but there are many more ways to help children cope with ADHD. When my nephew was first diagnosed with ADHD, my sister did not necessarily feel comfortable jumping right into medication. This is because there are many long and short-term side effects of medicines that can affect children mentally and physically as well. Some things my sister personally looked into were fidgets, such as slime, silly putty, and one of my favorites, my nephew's favorite fidgets is it's this tube, and he's able to pull it and push it back together, and it makes a noise, and that is something that'll keep him occupied. Also, other techniques to help children cope with ADHD are taking multiple small breaks during tasks, focusing on breathing, and exercise, and this can help with hyperactivity and focus. Another thing we have noticed is that exercise really helps my nephew. When trying to complete a task, we will give him a break whenever we notice that he is becoming restless, and we'll let him go outside, do some jumping jacks, run to the fence and back, jump on the trampoline, and when he comes back, he's more focused and he's ready to learn. Another way children can cope with ADHD is music therapy. Music seems to improve focus and attentiveness in children with ADHD. Music therapy also helps reduce hyperactivity and increases social skills. One thing that's hard for children with ADHD is sleeping at night, and that is one thing my nephew struggles with dearly. His doctor actually told my sister about music therapy and how it helps calm the brain and helps reduce their need to want to get up and run around. And here is...
It's Walmart's Black Friday Deals for Days. Every Monday, huge deals will go live. Join Walmart Plus and you can shop online 7 hours early. So the only question is it Monday yet? That's Walmart's Black Friday Deals for Days.
Thanks to Talkspace, Philip sparked a new beginning. He's starting over with a little nudge from his therapist, Matthew. Talkspace. Get personally matched today with a therapist who can support you in starting a new chapter.
Here is what my sister plays my nephew that her doctor told her about to help him sleep at night. Any type of classical meditative music is what my nephew's doctor told my sister to let him listen to. It helps soothe overactive minds after a long day. And my sister has noticed that over time, as he keeps using to this meditative music, it has helped him sleep longer and go to sleep faster as well. Another way to help children cope is reading books to them. Books, as we all know, are very, very important and an awesome tool for helping children learn. Books help promote brain development, imagination. It also helps develop language and emotions, and it can strengthen relationships with others. Books also create warm emotional bonds between adult and kids when they read books together. They learn to develop empathy and see things through others' perspectives. Books that my sister reads to my nephew are My Friend Has ADHD, ADHD is My Superpower, and My Busy, Busy Brain. These are all books that she has actually found on Amazon, and they're books that relate to my nephew, which I think is very important, that he knows that he's not the only one struggling with this disorder daily, that there are other children out there just like him that go through this. And I think this is a great coping mechanism, and is also a great way for him to be able to develop new language and create emotional bonds between his mother and also his friends as well. some common struggles for parents. Parents raising a child with ADHD may experience more stress, increased marital conflict, burdensome emotions, and impaired social structure. My sister actually experiences a lot of these things. One thing she experiences is stress, and one big thing is that she is a single mother, and she does have 2 children, and raising two children alone is hard enough, but having my nephew with this disorder is also very, very hard because she's having to tend to him more just because he needs more help and more redirection than her other child needs, since he does have this disorder. And this does give her some burdensome emotions because she feels guilty that he has this disorder because she thinks it's her fault. And sometimes other kids do make fun of him. And that's another reason that she has burdensome emotions, because she knows that he can't help the way he is, but other children like to make fun of him and they don't really see it that way. Strategies to help parents. Accommodations for parenting style. More patients educate themselves on ADHD and become their child's best advocate. Aids to making home life easier. Join a support group, work together, not against each other, and seek professional help if needed. My sister has actually joined a few support groups on Facebook, and that have really helped her, and he has been able to find other friends. She's been able to find other families and get my nephew other friends that have ADHD, and they have play dates together, they go to the movies together. It's just really nice knowing that she's not the only one in this predicament, and other people are going through the same thing that she's going through, and same with my nephew, and it's just awesome to know that she has people by her side and have support. Some common struggles for teachers. Students with ADHD may have a lack of fine motor skills such as handwriting, have trouble following directions, especially when presented in a list, demand attention by talking out of turn or moving around the room, have problems with long-term projects where there is no direct supervision. Important reminders. Listening quietly, sitting still, and paying attention can be hard for children with ADHD. This is because their brains won't let them focus. Strategies to help teachers. Classroom accommodations. Give instructions one at a time and repeat if necessary. Seat students with ADHD away from distractions, such as windows, other talkative children, and doors. Create a quiet area free of distractions for test taking and quiet study. What to do while teaching. Establish eye contact. Allow the student to take frequent breaks. Keep instructions simple and structured. Summarize key points after lessons. Always be specific. And the most important thing is be patient. Another accommodation is making educational plans for children who have disorders. This is one thing that my sister and my nephew's teacher have gotten on top of. They've made educational plans for him and made accommodations for him in the classroom, such as sitting closer to the teacher so she's able to get to him faster to help him. And this has helped him stay on track and make sure that he is doing the right thing and she is in the right place at the right time as well. His teacher is lovely and has made accommodations to help him stay concentrated so he is able to complete his work to his best of his ability and on time. And I just think that is an amazing accommodation to do. I just want to thank everyone for coming and listening about ADHD and learning some accommodations and things. And I just think it's very important that everyone is aware of this disorder, because especially aware with it for children, because it's just an important topic to talk about. Thank you.